Have you ever seen a rollout of a trailer this big before?
Yes, I have.
You have.
Yeah, today.
I mean, it's kind of
No,
crazy, right?
we took over Times Square for the launch of our last trailer, which was pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, we have to. We have to continue to elevate the game. I think right now, the reason why I can understand this level of a launch is because there's so many movies, so many TV shows, the game, so many streaming platforms. The game is a little oversaturated right now.
There's too many. There's
So
too much
you got to
going on.
figure out a creative way to like bring it directly to the people.
Right.
Don't talk at me, talk to me.
Yeah.
Bring this energy to me. And I think that's what we're trying to do here, and I hope it works.
So, I mean, this is like you guys have become a family over the years.
Yes.
Would you say this is kind of a family movie?
It's every bit of a family movie. That's exactly what the integrity of Fast is. Um, you know, people are going to be blown away when they see how far Vin's character takes this deep dive into family.
Yeah.
You know, his kids in the movie. He's with Michelle, and like we can finally see that they live together in this
Yeah.
movie, and it's gonna be a lot of family stuff outside of the action and the big kaboom. You know, it's gonna be a real moment to remind you of what family is all about.
So, what's it like being in Miami, Super Bowl week? This is so
Miami,
exciting.
We get to wear pink and beige. Look at us.
I mean,
You
is
know
there
what I
anything
mean?
better?
We had to put certain Miami things in the luggage.
Right.
It's a vibe.
I know.
I love places with warm weather. I love multicultural. I love diversity. This place is New York City in the heat.
And who's your team?
As far as Miami or in
No,
general?
and for the Super Bowl, man.
Well, I was about to say I'm a Laker fan,
Oh yeah.
for one.
We all are.
And then for
We all
two, I'm not a real fan of anyone else, of anyone in the Super Bowl, but because the 49ers are in there,
Yeah.
and I'm always Team Kaepernick, and
we
I'm
go.
always Team West Coast,
Yep.
I got to go with the
All right.
49ers.
I totally get that. And so, yeah, I mean, speaking of Lakers, we lost a great this past week. I mean, it was a stunning loss for not just the sports world, but for everybody. I mean, the entire world. And you had some really poignant things to say about that. It's got to be, as a father. I mean, how does this? Have you been processing this?
Well, you know, there's this new thing, and I think what I appreciate about social media is that people are creating this intentional, and they're being intentional about making sure that everyone on the plane receives the same amount of prayers, their families receive the same amount of prayers. So many people passed away tragically on this plane outside of the icon Kobe Bryant and his beautiful daughter. You know, I just found I stayed home for almost 4 days, and you know, you can find yourself making all kind of connections. He got on in 96, I got on in 96. He was born in 78, I was born in 78.
parallels.
He's 41, I'm 41.
Yeah.
He's got none but daughters, I got daughters.
Right.
He's married, I'm married.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you know, you can find yourself feeling like, damn, what if that had happened to me? And, you know, as much as we are all traumatized about the loss, my prayers on such a sincere way go to his wife and go to his daughters that are all gonna have to, like, they got thrusted into having to think about things that they were not prepared to think about. They're gonna have to start making certain decisions that they were never prepared to make. And, you know, they're gonna have to carry the stresses of living through the loss, which so many people don't think about.
Right.
It's like, it's one thing to deal with the loss in itself. It's another thing to, like, mentally, emotionally, and psychologically psych yourself up to continue or to make the decision to live through the loss.
Yeah. And
We
be
experienced
strong
that
for
with
your
Paul
other
Walker.
kids. Yeah.
We experienced that with a friend of mine recently who tragically died in a car accident that engulfed him. Famous songwriter named LaShawn Daniels, wrote a lot of hits for Michael Jackson, Beyonce, you name it.
Yeah.
We experienced the trauma of losing John Singleton. One day he was sick, next minute he's in the hospital in a coma, next day he died.
I know. Yeah.
You know, that was my Mr. Miyagi, that was my sensei, that was my Phil Jackson who put me in Hollywood. So I just hope and I pray that they get in therapy, all of the family members of everyone we lost, that they get into therapy that's very specific to dealing with traumas and PTSD and having to mentally, emotionally, and psychologically get through. And then I gotta pray for their Christmas, their Thanksgivings, their birthdays, and everything that's gonna constantly remind them of their father every year.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.